Hi. The importance of relationships in mental health. Let's take a look at it. Human beings are wired for connection. Relationships are fundamental to emotional well-being. In India, families and communities are central, but the emotional load within them is often uneven. Research and experience suggests that women disproportionately invest emotional energy in maintaining relationships, not just in families, but overall in society and even professionally. Is this actually true? So, time and again, studies both in global and local contexts suggest that women take on more caregiving, conflict resolution, emotional soothing, and relationship maintenance. This labor is unrecognized and eventually becomes emotionally draining. Men are socialized to suppress emotions, avoid vulnerability, and focus on work, outside work, and on public roles. This leads to emotional underdevelopment in relationships, and this imbalance affects all parties. It affects women, it affects men. Women feel overburdened and men feel isolated and emotionally stunted. This isn't good for either families, for men, for women, or for other children. What can we do? There are steps for both men and women. For women, it is important that we acknowledge our emotional labor and set boundaries. We have to practice self care without guilt. We have to rest. We have to give space to ourselves and allow for personal emotional growth, which is extremely vital. This needs time, and we have to give ourselves that time. We should not normalize neglect and one sided emotional giving. When this comes to our notice, we have to bring it up in proper, appropriate ways, taking care of ourselves and also the experiences and feelings of others. But this has to be communicated, and emotional neglect within families should not be normalized. These conversations have to be brought up. What can men do? Men have to learn to express emotions. Wherever necessary, ask for help. They also have to learn to listen deeply and empathetically about what women are trying to tell them. Otherwise, it leads to a build up and anger when women have to express themselves. Men should learn to contribute emotionally at home, not only financially and practically. They can increase and build their emotional literacy by thinking about it, feeling, reading, watching films that relate to these topics, and also by discussing with their friends about what they think and feel about these matters. What can society do? We have to start normalizing emotional conversations in families, schools, and workspaces. These are not topics that have to be avoided because they bring up fear or discomfort. We have to support equal caregiving roles through policy, through parenting, and through cultural narratives that showcase women in more egalitarian and more equitable roles, and not just in roles of the sacrificing women who is neglecting herself. Cultural narratives have to change to build more egalitarian societies. We have to recognize that healthy relationships lead to healthy communities, and emotional balance in families ripples out into better mental health, more resilient children, and lesser violence. Relationships thrive when all individuals involved share the emotional load, and it leads to better well being for all parties involved. Thank you.